Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Lisa Campos, Community Affairs Director with your Positively Tampa Bay. The Tampa Lighthouse for the Blind is helping folks stay employed and active when they become visually impaired or lose their sight altogether. Lighthouse programs not only help the patient, they include on-site training for local businesses to help them make workspace adjustments and changes for the individual. Here with more are Cheryl Brown, who's the Rehabilitation Services Manager, and we also have David Ferguson, who's a technology specialist who actually goes out on the sites with the businesses, and Mr. Mike Maltby, who went through the program. Thank you all for coming in. Mike, let's start with you. It must have been very scary when you're at work and then you realize that you cannot see anymore.
Yes,
what happened?
Well, I did lose my vision totally there for a little bit, and it was back in '07.
So at that time, at what point do you call David, and how did they help you?
I called him that morning, actually, because I've known the Lighthouse since '05, and I told Dave I needed some special adjustments made to my computer so I can use it, so I can continue to work.
Were you scared that you might not be able to work again?
Not really, because I knew the Lighthouse has been helping me for a couple years, and I knew that Dave was very able to help me get to where I needed to go.
So David, what did you do for Mike?
Well, Mike uses a software program called JAWS. It's specialized software, and we had to go in and look at the systems that Mike is using and evaluate the workflow to make sure we were able to get things accessible for him. So with JAWS, we made some customizations, and we were able to make things work.
And you were able to find a new job for him?
Yes, exactly. And that's where when Mike went into this new job, we had to start with a job analysis to break the job down and look at it from Mike's perspective, someone who relies on the software and uses that to access the screen on the computer as well as anything else that's in the work environment.
So if the business is not familiar with the technology that's available, you come in and you help them learn about it.
Exactly, and that's a big part of it, because the employer has to have an understanding of what we're trying to do, because there's training involved in that as well as other things that have to be taken into consideration. So we involve the employer into that process.
Cheryl, one of the things that you were saying is that your favorite part of doing this work is how many jobs you can save.
Right. We serve over 1,000 people each year, and our main goal is to get the word out. We hate to hear somebody lose their job when David could go in and save their job, and it's a lot cheaper to the employer because they don't have to retrain a new employee. And most of our technology that we do is under $1,000, so you're talking about a minor cost to keep a person employed.
And when the person comes in, is there a fee involved for the patient, for the person who's visually impaired?
We're funded through Division of Blind Services and United Way in the county and city, so our services are free, and Division of Blind Services and the employer work together on the costs of the adaptive technology.
Well, thank you all for coming in, and thank you for your service to our community. If you at home would like to learn more about the Tampa Lighthouse for the Blind, you can visit them online at tampalighthouse.org, or you can call them at 813-251-2407. Thanks for watching, everybody.